right, good morning, South Texas. I hope you're doing well today. It is another hot day ahead of us. Temperatures are expected to soar all the way back up into the 90s again. That heat just sticking around with us and expected to stay with us here as we head into this weekend, where we're going to have the longest day of Fiesta ever. And the reason why I say that is because Sunday is also the first day of summer. It's going to be the longest day of the year. So hot conditions expected and a lot of time out in the sun. Make sure you're being as safe as possible. Let's talk a little bit about what we have for today before we jump into this weekend. Molds are coming in at light amounts, as well as pigweed coming in at light amounts. So if you're having trouble with allergens, it's likely going to be that mold. Northwest San Antonio right now at 81 degrees. Seeing just a little bit of cloud cover out there, but that's going to be breaking up a lot as we head into this afternoon. You really see it out there towards the San Antonio airport. Man, a good amount of cloud cover there. Should see that break up though. Calaveras Lake showing a different look, a lot more sunshine out at Calaveras Lake. It will be a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky today, and Calaveras Lake also the hot spot with all that sunshine, coming in at about 87 degrees. Now, taking a look out there across our radar, not seeing any rain. No rain to speak of. It's going to be dry out there for majority of the day. We do have a slim chance for a few brief showers later this afternoon. We're going to be talking about that in just a second. Meanwhile, off towards Louisiana and Mississippi, there's that system that we've been talking about the last few days, potential tropical cyclone number 3. And I actually was going to talk about that later on in our update this morning, but how about we talk about it right now? Talk about where that's headed, just in case anybody could be traveling, and talk about what the impacts could be from this system. So, bringing this up real quick, guys, this is potential tropical cyclone 3. Thankfully, it is not expected to impact us here along the Texas coast, but check out the amount of rainfall they're already getting. They're in southeast Louisiana near Triumph and Venice, Louisiana, which is close to the opening of the Mississippi River. They're in very southeast Louisiana. This system is going to bring a lot of rain and possibly some coastal flooding, maybe even some low-end storm surge there along the Louisiana coastline, possibly even to portions of Lake Pontchartrain. Nothing too serious, but we could see some coastal flooding there and even stretching on along the Mississippi coastline, considering the path this storm is taking, including into Barataria Bay, which is located there close to Grand Isle, Louisiana. So the storm's again making its way straight off to the northeast at about 14 miles per hour. A forecast to become a tropical storm over the next few hours here. And if it does earn a name, it will be Claudette, our third named storm. So Claudette would be the next name on the list. And it looks like if it does form into a tropical storm, it will be a very weak one. That's the best kind of system we could hope for, right? Just weak system. So nothing too much to be concerned about there for us. But if you have any neighbors off there towards New Orleans, you may want to give them a call, make sure they're prepared for it. I'm sure they are. People there along the northern Gulf of Mexico pay very close attention this time of year to the tropics. So again, Claudette would be the next name, but right now this storm is not yet named. So let's take a look at what we have. Temperatures outside for South Texas showing low to mid 80s, but of course the humidity is way up there. Right now, 70-degree dew points, feeling very tropical outside ourselves. You'll really feel that moisture in the air whenever you're outside. When I was out for my run this morning, I was sweating like crazy just because of how humid it was out there. And of course, it does feel a lot hotter than what it actually is because of how high the dew points are. Heat index values up to 87 in San Antonio, 90 is what it feels like in Pleasanton, 92 in Floresville, and 89 in Cotulla. Feels like 90s along the coastline. Remember, if you're going to be out this weekend, know the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Excessive sweating, faint or dizzy, cool, pale, clammy skin. That would be heat exhaustion. Just get some water and find a place to cool off. But if you start having heat stroke where your body temperature goes above 103, you have red hot, dry skin, a throbbing headache, there's no more sweating occurring, that's when you want to call 911 and take action. So be sure that you are being safe this weekend if you're headed out there to Fiesta. Drink plenty of water, wear light, loose-fitting clothes. I was walking the Riverwalk myself yesterday and had a white shirt on that was real light, making sure that I was trying to stay as cool as I could be myself. And of course, avoid large amounts of caffeine and alcohol. That's very important if you're going to stay hydrated and stay safe in that heat. And finally, one more thing that I want to talk about before we go deeper into the forecast. UV index will be extreme this weekend. That means you could burn within 15 to 30 minutes. So limit your time out, find shade, Wear sunscreen, sunglasses, and a hat. The works. Make sure you protect yourself from getting skin cancer or melanoma. And remember, you can get melanoma in your eyes too. That's why sunglasses are so important. It's called ocular melanoma. So my mother actually had that. So you want to make sure that you're protecting your eyes as much as possible too. Wear those sunglasses. Let's talk a little bit about the forecast now. For this afternoon, going to have just a spotty shower or two, just about a 10% chance for rain. Seeing that up towards Bernie, stretching up into portions of Comal County, Kendall County, and possibly even into portions of Medina County. Just again, very brief showers, nothing that's going to be too concerning. Moving into tonight, temperatures backing all the way down towards the 60s and 70s. 60s there for the hill country, going to be a lot of clear skies. We make our way into the afternoon on Saturday, a lot of sunshine, and the temperatures really rise. Mid to upper 90s, but the heat index values are going to be in the triple digits, so it's going to feel hot. Be ready for that extra heat just because the humidity will be remaining there pretty high. Moving into Sunday morning, 70s there across the board, a little bit of cloud cover, maybe a bit of fog. We move into the afternoon on Sunday, and yes, for Father's Day, it is going to be hot, but thankfully we are expecting little to no rainfall. So that's good for anybody who wants to spend some time outside for Father's Day. We went through the list here pretty quick. Let me slow this down. Right now we have this big heat dome that's expected to set up over Texas here as we head into the middle of next week. And it's going to kind of linger around. And let me go ahead and draw this. That timeline in the top right corner of your screen, you see around Wednesday, it sets up over us. That means we're going to be hot and we are going to be dry, and it looks like we're setting up for that pattern, y'all, for the summer. So be ready for that heat. Not a lot of rain over the next week. We're talking about a half of an inch or less. Those who could see a half of an inch are around Ingram, Kerrville, maybe over towards Hunt, Texas, and western Gillespie County, closer on towards Harper, Texas. May get lucky with that, but pretty much everybody else not going to be as lucky. About a quarter of an inch or less, and some of us will make it through the next week without a drop of rain. The drought monitor does show that, we still have had a lot of improvement over the last few weeks. No big issues, no big change with yesterday's drought monitor either for us, so no big issues. And then Edwards Aquifer still holding on strong there at 665.9 feet, the 10-day average at 669.2, so no big issues there either. Here's a look at the rainfall by month. We did pick up a little bit of rain this week. We're now at 1.81 for the month of June. We are at 16.98 for this year. That means we are ahead for this time of year. If we didn't pick up another drop of rain in San Antonio by July 7th, then we would slip behind. But I think we will at least see a little bit of shower activity between now and then, which should still keep us ahead of time. So Sherry says, when would it hit Atlanta? By the time it got to Atlanta, it would just be a remnant low and just a lot of shower activity, and that would be into Sunday and Monday, Sherry. So no big issues there. So it should be pretty quick. Let's take a look at the dog walking forecast for tonight into tomorrow morning. A little hot, so I put yellow paws on there just because it is going to be, when you're going to want to be checking the temperature of the pavement, be sure if you use the back of your hand, if your back of your hand gets hot, then it's too hot for your dog's paws too. So just remember that. Have a safe time if you're out there walking your dog, and maybe you try to keep them in the grass. And then your 7-day forecast, so look with the Fiesta style with our graphics here. Meteorologist Megan Massey built those out for us. 10% chance for rain today. And again, I said little to no rain expected for Father's Day, just a 10% chance. Even if you do have a shower, it will be very brief, not very impactful. But as we head into Monday and Tuesday, 20 to 30% chances for rain. That's our best rain chances all week. And that's also going to be when our temperatures are cooler there on Tuesday. But for a majority of this week, we're around to above average. You see 93, but is our average this time of year there in the top right corner of your screen. But we're going to have temperatures at 98 on Monday, 97 on Wednesday and Thursday. Remember, I told you that ridge is going to set up for the middle of next week. It means hot and dry conditions, and that's exactly what you're seeing there for Wednesday and Thursday. But what about beyond the 7-day forecast from day 8 through day 14? Well, it looks like below average rainfall, so we should still pick up a little bit of rain. This time of year, this is actually our wettest month of the year on average, so I'd imagine we'll still get some rain, but also big heat. So that big ridge that's going to set up over us may stick around, and that means that above average temperatures could be possible, mid to upper 90s, as we head from day 8 through day 14, or in other words, into the end of June. Your Lone Star 3-day forecast showing temperatures in the 90s to triple digits each day. A lot of sunshine pretty much everywhere you look, similar to what we have here for South Texas this next week. And then your Texas State Park forecast showing temperatures in the 90s to triple digits tomorrow afternoon. If you do any hikes, be sure to drink plenty of water and overpack the water that you think you need. It's always good to pack extra. That way you're staying safe, just in case you drink more water than what you even expected. Always be ready for that. And then if you're headed to the coast this week in our beautiful Texas coastline, temperature's going to be in the 80s for highs. Should be absolutely beautiful. Take plenty of photos and be sure to have a lot of fun out there. Something important to remember, there could be strong rip currents whenever there is a storm in the Gulf. The Gulf can act like a big bathtub, and it could lead to worse rip currents here along our coastline, even though the storm's not making landfall here. Remember that along jetties and on the sides of islands, the rip pulls a little bit stronger and it can be very dangerous to swim along the side of jetties. Avoid those areas and just make sure you're being as safe as possible. So I hope you all can have a wonderful rest of your Friday here, and you can have a wonderful weekend as we get ready to continue the party with Fiesta. We'll, of course, going to have the latest update on any news, Fiesta related, and just in general for South Texas coming up on noon today and on 4, 5, 6, and 10. Meteorologist Stacia Wilson will have the latest update to the weather at noon. Weather Chief Bill Taylor's in at 4, 5, 6, and 10 with the latest updates. And I'm going to be giving updates on traffic today for noon, 4, 5, and 6. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday and have a great weekend. We'll keep you updated on everything right here at KENS 5.